Level 1. The Tourist. The green number flashes on your phone screen, and you feel a sudden electric jolt of validation that has nothing to do with logic and everything to do with luck. You bought the ticker because your cousin mentioned it at a barbecue, or maybe because you saw a meme on social media that promised infinite gains with zero effort, and now you are watching your net worth fluctuate by $300 in real time. It feels like magic, this ability to generate money from thin air, and you convince yourself that you have discovered a secret pattern that the rest of the world is too blind to see. You check the app every 12 minutes, even when you are in meetings, even when you are driving, even when you are supposed to be sleeping, because the dopamine hit of seeing red turn to green is more potent than any chemical substance you have ever tried. You tell your friends that you are investing, using the word with a casual confidence that masks the fact that you have no idea what the company actually does, how it makes money, or why its stock price should matter to anyone other than gamblers. You are not an investor yet. You are a tourist in a land of sharks, and you are smiling for the camera while standing in the shallow end of the pool, unaware that the water is about to get deep and cold and very, very dark. The market goes up for 3 weeks straight, and you begin to believe that you are special, that you have an innate talent for finance, that the rules of gravity do not apply to your portfolio because you are destined for wealth. You calculate how much you will make if this trend continues for another year, and the numbers are so large they feel abstract, like video game currency rather than real labor exchanged for real value. You stop saving money from your paycheck because you assume the market will provide for you, and you start looking at luxury items online, imagining the life you will lead when you cash out at the perfect top. This is the honeymoon phase, the dangerous illusion of competence, where risk feels like opportunity and ignorance feels like insight. You are happy, you are confident, and you are completely vulnerable to the slightest shift in wind direction. Level 2. The Student of Pain. The drop happens on a Tuesday morning, swift and brutal, wiping out 6 months of gains in 45 minutes, and you stare at the screen in a state of paralyzed disbelief that slowly curdles into nausea. You tell yourself it is just a correction, a healthy pullback, a buying opportunity, but your hands are shaking as you refresh the page, hoping for a rebound that does not come. You read articles written by experts who use words like macroeconomic headwinds and liquidity crunch, and you realize with sinking horror that you do not understand half of what they are saying, nor do you understand why your favorite company is losing value when the news seems fine. You start to study, truly study, for the first time, devouring books on technical analysis and fundamental valuation, trying to build a framework that can explain the chaos and protect you from future pain. You learn about support levels and resistance lines, drawing charts until your eyes burn, convinced that if you can just find the right pattern, you can predict the future and never feel this helpless again. You join online forums where people speak in acronyms and share loss porn, and you feel a strange sense of camaraderie with these strangers who are also bleeding money, bonding over shared trauma and false hope. You make your first real mistake here, not by buying, but by holding on to a losing position because selling means admitting you were wrong, and your ego cannot handle the admission of failure. You average down, throwing good money after bad, praying for a miracle, and when the miracle does not come, you sell at the bottom, crystallizing the loss and feeling a physical weight lift off your chest, even as your bank account shrinks. This is the tuition fee, the price of entry, the moment you realize that the market does not care about your feelings, your rent, or your dreams. You are no longer a tourist, you are a victim, and you are angry. But you are also awake. You begin to respect the danger, to fear the volatility, and to understand that this game is rigged against the unprepared. You stop talking about your trades to your friends, ashamed of your losses, and you start keeping a journal, tracking every decision, every emotion, every error, trying to debug your own psychology. Level 3. The Technician. You wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day, not because you have to, but because you need to see the pre-market data, to gauge the sentiment before the bell rings, to feel prepared for the battle ahead. You have 3 monitors on your desk, displaying candlestick charts, volume profiles, and news feeds, and you move through your morning routine with the precision of a surgeon preparing for an operation. You no longer buy stocks based on hunches or memes. You buy them based on confluence, waiting for multiple indicators to align before you commit a single dollar to the market. You have developed a strategy, a set of rigid rules that dictate when you enter, when you exit, and how much you risk on each trade. And you follow these rules with religious devotion, knowing that deviation leads to disaster. You feel a sense of control that was absent in the previous levels, a confidence born not from luck, but from repetition and discipline. And you begin to see the market not as a mysterious force, but as a mechanical system that can be understood and exploited. You manage your risk carefully, never risking more than 1% of your capital on a single idea. And you accept losses as part of the business, cutting them quickly and without emotion, like a professional removing dead tissue. You start to make consistent profits, small at first, then larger, and you feel a surge of pride in your competence, in your ability to navigate the chaos and come out ahead. You begin to identify patterns in human behavior, recognizing the fear and greed that drive price movements, and you learn to profit from the mistakes of others, buying when they are panicked and selling when they are euphoric. You are no longer a victim, you are a participant, a skilled player in a complex game, and you enjoy the intellectual challenge of it all. But there is a cost, a subtle erosion of your identity, as you begin to view the world through the lens of risk and reward, analyzing every interaction for its potential upside or downside. You become more detached, more calculating, less willing to engage in activities that do not offer a clear return on investment. You are successful, but you are also becoming isolated, trapped in a bubble of charts and data that separates you from the rest of humanity. Level 4. The Operator. You manage 7 figures in capital, and the money has ceased to be about buying things and started to be about keeping score, a metric of your intelligence and your willpower in a zero-sum game. You have hired an accountant and a lawyer, and you speak their language, optimizing your tax structure and protecting your assets with a paranoia that borders on obsession. You no longer trade retail stocks. You trade options, futures, and leveraged ETFs, instruments that amplify your gains, but also magnify your risks, requiring a level of focus and emotional stability that few possess. You are aware of the hidden rules now, the ways in which market makers manipulate prices, the algorithms that hunt for stop losses, the institutional flows that dwarf your own positions, and you have learned to swim with the sharks rather than try to outrun them. You attend conferences where you meet other operators, men and women who speak in code and share information with a cautious generosity, forming alliances that are based on mutual benefit rather than friendship. You realize that information is the true currency of this world, and you spend thousands of dollars a month on premium data services, expert networks, and alternative data sets, trying to gain an edge that lasts only seconds but is worth millions. You are stressed, constantly. Your cortisol levels high, your sleep fragmented, but you thrive on the pressure, addicted to the adrenaline of making split-second decisions with massive consequences. You have lost touch with your old friends, who seem trivial and small to you now, concerned with problems that you solved years ago, and you find it difficult to relate to anyone who does not understand the intensity of your life. You are powerful, yes, but you are also a slave to the market, tied to your screens, unable to disconnect, always watching, always analyzing, always waiting for the next move. You have compromised your morals in small ways, ignoring the ethical implications of the companies you invest in, focusing solely on the price action, and you justify it by telling yourself that you are just providing liquidity, that you are a neutral party in a neutral system. But you know it is a lie, and the lie weighs on you, a heavy stone in your gut that you carry everywhere you go. Level 5. The Architect. You do not look at charts anymore. You look at balance sheets, supply chains, and regulatory landscapes, thinking in terms of years and decades rather than minutes and hours. You have moved beyond trading, beyond speculation, into the realm of influence, where you do not just react to the market, but shape it through your actions and your connections. You sit on boards of directors, advising CEOs on strategy, using your capital to steer companies in directions that maximize value. And you feel a sense of godlike power as you watch your decisions ripple through the economy. You have access to people who do not take calls from anyone else, politicians, regulators, industry titans, and you navigate these relationships with a smoothness that comes from years of practice and a deep understanding of human nature. You are no longer interested in quick wins. You are building empires, acquiring competitors, consolidating industries, and creating monopolies that generate cash flow regardless of market conditions. You are wealthy beyond your wildest dreams, but the money is abstract, a number on a screen that has little impact on your daily life, which is filled with private jets, exclusive clubs, and homes in multiple countries. You are isolated, profoundly isolated, surrounded by people who want something from you, who flatter you and agree with you, but who do not know you, and you do not trust them. You have lost the ability to feel joy in simple things, a meal, a walk, a conversation, because everything is transactional, everything is calculated, everything is optimized for efficiency. You look back at your younger self, the tourist, the student, the technician, the operator, and you feel a distant pity for their struggles, but you also envy their passion, their hope, their belief that the world was fair and that hard work was rewarded. You know now that the world is not fair, that luck plays a huge role, and that the system is designed to concentrate wealth and power in the hands of the few. And you are one of the few. You are the architect of your own prison, a golden cage built from your own ambition and competence. And you are too tired to leave, too invested in the game to walk away. You are alone at the top, and the view is beautiful, but it is cold, and the wind is harsh, and there is no one to share it with. Level 6. The Ghost. You exist in the shadows now, your name rarely mentioned in public, your wealth hidden behind layers of trusts and offshore entities, invisible to the world that once celebrated your successes. You have stepped back from active management, delegating decisions to a team of highly paid professionals who execute your vision with robotic precision. But you still watch, still observe, still feel the pulse of the market in your bones. You are no longer driven by greed or ambition. You are driven by a desire for preservation, for legacy, for meaning. But you find that money cannot buy meaning, and power cannot buy peace. You spend your days reading philosophy, studying history, trying to understand the cycle of rise and fall that you have participated in, trying to find a place for yourself in the grand narrative of human existence. You realize that you have sacrificed everything for this, your relationships, your health, your innocence, your soul, and you wonder if it was worth it, if the prize was worth the cost. You look at the young investors entering the market, eager and naive, and you want to warn them, to tell them the truth, but you know they will not listen, that they must learn the lessons for themselves, that pain is the only teacher that matters. You are a ghost, haunting the halls of finance, a reminder of what is possible and what is lost, a symbol of the ultimate cost of ambition. You are free, in a sense, free from the need to prove yourself, free from the pressure to perform, but you are also trapped. Trapped by your own history, by your own choices, by the weight of your own success. You sit in your quiet office looking out at the city below, and you feel nothing. A vast emptiness that stretches out before you, endless and deep. You have won the game, but you have lost yourself, and there is no way to go back, no way to undo the years, no way to reclaim the person you used to be. You are the apex, the final level, the end of the line, and you are alone. Somewhere, someone just stepped in. They think it's simple. They're wrong. But they'll learn.